Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Reddish.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Wilson Chandler out there with Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Reddish out there with Trae Young, and it's Len in at the 5. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see him eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. Now, here is Young. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Irving. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Collins. Now, here's Hunter. D right on him. Collins against Chandler. Collins kicks to Reddish. Passes it to Len. Young outside. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again, and it's blocked by Jordan. Chandler right side. Pass to Jordan. Len grabs the board. For Atlanta, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Young, here we go. And it's sent back by KD.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection.
Here's Irving. A 29-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The wide open look for Durant. And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Hunter. A beautiful reverse layup. Hunter's got the first points up on the board tonight here for Atlanta.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Irving with the ball. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that is why DeAndre is such a high percentage shooter. Wow.
And Young, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that again.
Irving passes to LeVert. Irving with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stack team in Brooklyn.
First free throw is good.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
Now, here's Collins. 9 points last game. One kick kicks to Collins. And he's good on the three ball.
Known for his play in and around the post, Collins can also get it done shooting jumpers off the catch.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside, KD. Sweet little floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And I tell you what, the margin of victory speaks for itself in that one. Just a very confident bunch right now, especially in that second half.
Shot by Collins, no good.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Irving from long range. Rebounded by the Hawks. Now, here's Hunter. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Chandler with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. Chandler, the pass to Jordan. Durant trying to break free. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Chandler.
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Irving against Young. Over in the corner, Reddish. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And one thing that held the Hawks back last year, all the mistakes.
Yes, last in the league in turnovers, second to last in personal fouls. They were one of the youngest teams last season, and it showed. But you have to have more discipline to win games, which is why they only won 29. And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Here's Young. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. Pass to Durant. Launches it. Reddish grabs the rebound.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
The shot, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
KD's shot is off.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Shots good from Young.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Irving. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. Take a look at Utah. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now, Atlanta, they have to like the progression that we've seen. Bit by bit, everything coming together. Consistency going forward will be key.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Nets trail by 7. They need this. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
The pass to Hunter. Puts it up from 12. Jordan with the rebound.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion. That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. The Nets also changing it up. Jared Allen's checked in for Durant. Joe Harris comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. The Hawks again can't hit. Brooklyn's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Harris, no good. The Hawks leading. Here's Bembry in the corner. Herter with it. No good with the triple. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Dinwiddie right side. Passes it to Allen. Back to Dinwiddie. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Bembry out to the right wing. And here is Parker to the middle. Bembry shot good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 35% to start the game. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. A shot by Jordan, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Carter, the pass to Parker. Over Jordan. Parker's shot is off. Brooklyn trailing. Dinwiddie dishes to Irving. Harris outside. Clock at 6. Jordan finds Dinwiddie. And Jones sends it back. And he recovers it. Hawks shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Oh, the lob to Parker. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Irving. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Pass to Dinwiddie. Rebound by the Hawks.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Brooklyn. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Now we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Collins.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Caruth just checked in for Brooklyn. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Now, Dinwiddie, 11 points for him in that last game against Miami. Prince outside, shot clock at 6. From the arc, that shot misses. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
They know each other very well, and they'll be getting to know each other a lot better by season's end.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
No good on the free throw. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 4. Dinwiddie passes to Prince. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Carter. Fast break, the Hawks. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Dinwiddie up top, covered by Parker. Clock at 6. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Trying to end the drought, and he sinks the layup.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Hawks leading by 4. 1:02 left in the first quarter. It's Parker top of the key. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen.
And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight film.
Reason why, he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, has some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Trailing by 5. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
But hey, a win is a win. Sometimes you're not going to play your best, so you have to just gut it out, right?
Here's Bembry. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. The high post shot, and Herter gets it to go.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 5 points in the game. Five on the clock. To the paint. Here's Allen. Count the basket.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
There's Bembry. Carter on the wing. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Joe Harris is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Taurean Prince. Then there's Allen. And it's Caruge in at the small forward. Allen's shot is off.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Unloads from 13. Bembry the pass to Parker. Sinks the triple. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Back to Dinwiddie. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
A lot of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. Fourth, DeAndre Hunter.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
The first free throw is good. So for the Hawks, John Collins comes in for Jones. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. And a switch here for Brooklyn. KD's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
LeVert's checked in for Harris.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Now here's LeVert. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisitions.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
KD finds Prince. Durant with it. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Miami.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
And there's the pass to Collins. Here's Hunter. Offensive rebound. Reddish. Oh, that's blocked. Dinwiddie outside. From 12 feet out. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now, here's Hunter, guarded by Prince. Now, here's Reddish. He had 25 points in the win against Golden State. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised at how fast all this is happening?
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting a 3-ball, because there are some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range team that can knock down mid-range jumpers.
The Hawks making a switch here. Len's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Nets trail by 3. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. He dishes it to KD. Stolen by Len. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. And Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Passes it to Chandler. Kicks to Durant. From about 16, here's Jordan. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Hawks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Durant sends it back. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Collins, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Here's Chandler. After the basket by Atlanta, he kicks to Durant. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Len's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Reddish. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Here's Irving. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here is KD, the 10-footer. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Young. He had 40 points in the win against Golden State.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Now, here is Young. 4-point game. Some solid defense there from Irving. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Stolen by Len. Pass to Hunter. It's good. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Irving against Young. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Young with the steal. Here's Collins. Again, the Hawks score. Nets trail by 8. Irving passes to LeVert. Now Jordan. Durant feeling it out a bit. Fires from deep. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
One kick kicks to Collins. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lobs it up for Jordan, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Hunter, the pass to Reddish. Now, here's Hunter. He's guarded closely. Good D by Irving. Shoots it. That's good on the jump shot. Irving's got 6 points. The Hawks leading by 6.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Pass to Irving. Chandler outside. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, why was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Jones checked in for Len. Carter comes in for Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Young. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Shooting 1. That's a man's play right there. Kyrie doing what the defender doesn't want him to do. And 1 opportunity.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Bembry to the wing on the left. Here's Huerter. No good, shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Atlanta leading by 3. And Jordan sends it back.
One of the premier shot blockers in the game. DJ showing the gift off.
Here's Karuch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And for the matchup with the Bulls,
Take a break.
That's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And that one misses. Karuch was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year 1, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Karis LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot, and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Karuch can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
Here's Bembry. Pulls up on the wing, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Bembry's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Here's Irving. He's got 9. And Jones sends it back. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Huerter. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
The 19th pick in 2018 out of Maryland. Kevin Huerter with the positional size and skill to adapt well to the NBA game.
First one falls for him. And with that skill level, Herder's a triple threat offensively.
Not just a standstill shooter, he can function as a secondary ball handler, creating for himself and others.
Both shots good from the stripe. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 6-point game. The pass to Harris. Here's the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Here's Bembry. And it's Parker in the corner. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Parker's got 12. Nets trail by 5. In the corner, it's Harris. The three-pointer, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Feeds to Jordan. And he converts the layup. He has 6.
Every year, DeAndre gets a little more comfortable scoring the basketball. That play being a prime example.
Passes to Herder. 1:14 left to play here in the half. To the inside, Parker got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Here's Irving. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Here's Bembry. And it's Parker in the corner. Collins trying to break free. And that one's good. Parker's got 12 points now in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Irving with it. 11 points in the game. And it's Harris off the drive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Torian Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Rodions Kurucs. And he makes both free throws. Here's Bembry. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Herder. From past the arc. Cans it from downtown. Herder's got 7 points in the game.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter. Shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now, here is Irving. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
Defensively, someone has to stay with Kyrie on the pick and roll. He's too good of a scorer.
And so it's Jabari Parker making things happen for Atlanta. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kyrie. What got you going in the first?
My teammates were just fighting me, setting good screen, and just stay aggressive, not only for myself, but for them. You know, we're kind of in a hole in the first quarter, kind of sluggish. Came out in the second quarter, kind of sluggish, but just got to pick it up on the defensive end. That's where it starts.
Kyrie, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jabari Parker. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Jabari Parker has been exceptional here today, guys.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Nets trail by 4. Collins at power forward with Len at center. Young is out there with Reddish. And it's Parker in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
Irving against Young. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes. And here's LeVert. Pass to KD. Over Collins. No good from Durant.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Now here's Reddish. LeVert defending. Collins passes to Len. The dish now to Parker. 6 to shoot, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound by the Hawks. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Parker's shot is off.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Irving against Young. Irving passes to LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. Len grabs the board. Len's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. KD against Collins. Now Len. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Reddish's shot is good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Nets trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And a wide open look for Irving. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Hawks leading by 7. Left side, Collins. Young outside. Back to Collins from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's LeVert. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it's Durant missing. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Young passes to Collins.
Well, coming into the league, John Collins mostly an around the rim scorer. His development as a shooter giving him more versatility.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
You know, he was considered to be just a piece of the puzzle when he was drafted. John Collins now a cornerstone for this franchise.
The Hawks making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. And so Collins nails both of them. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at the Hawks. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, Brooklyn just a couple spots back.
And I think for the Hawks, they've had an impact on the league already this year. You always hear talk about the power rankings in the NBA, and they're climbing that list in a hurry.
A surprise to most outside observers, but internally, they had confidence coming into this season. Now we know why.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Here's Irving following the basket by Trae Young. Irving drives in, rejected by Len. Top of the key, Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Hunter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 13. Got a piece of it. LeVert with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Back to Irving. The pass to KD. Shot clock at 5. Over Len. KD with the bucket. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Hawks.
Young with the ball. 12 points for him. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Now here's Durant. He has 7. LeVert. Here's Jordan. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. He's got 8.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Young drives in, and that one drops. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks. And Brooklyn has possession. Now here's Irving. 15 points in the game. Pass to KD. Back to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Atlanta. Len's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Offensive rebound. Reddish's shot is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Nets trail by 15. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Wilson Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch. You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Allen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 6 points for Allen.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Young against Irving. Hunter, the pass to Young. The shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. Prince dishes to Irving. Back to Prince. Dinwiddie right side. The lead now cut to single digits. Dinwiddie's got 12 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Irving against Young. Over in the corner, Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Nets trail by 11. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Takes a 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Atlanta, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Young passes to Hunter. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by the Nets. And the call will be against Alex Len. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. In 3rd, the Nets.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, It's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Now, here is Young. 14 points for him. That one drops for him.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. It's a 10-point game. Irving passes to Allen. The shot misses, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the left wing. Here's Reddick. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now, here is Irving. 18 points for him. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Smitty, the city of Atlanta, as you know, has really embraced Trae Young.
Kevin, they call him Ice Trae. The franchise handed him the keys, and he's running with it.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Down by 15. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Shots good from Young. Young's got 18 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Dinwiddie. Following the basket by Trae Young. Dinwiddie passes to Prince. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Allen in the post, guarded by Len. They get it back.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's look, but this is why we play the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Atlanta making some changes. Jones checked in for Alex Len. And Jabari Parker subbed in for Reddish. Nets trail by 19. Outside Irving. Pass to Prince. Clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. The past month has been surreal. Averaging 23 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Kicks it out to Prince. Dinwiddie outside. And stolen by Hunter. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Herter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Herter's got 12 points in the game.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Atlanta. Irving finds Harris to the wing right side. Dinwiddie passes to Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now, here is Young. He's got 18. The rebound by Prince. Young with the steal. Parker outside. That shot off. And so it's Atlanta with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Hawks leading by 19 points, setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Prince in at the small forward position.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow!
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Irving. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Bembry, covered by Irving. In the corner, Herter with it. Shoots over Dinwiddie. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Nets trail by 21. Inside. And KD throws it down.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
Durant with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And it's Jones with the ball for the Hawks. Here's Bembry. Outside, Jones. Here's Herter. Dinwiddie covering. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. From 12 feet out. And it's Irving missing.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Jones kicks to Hunter. Jones against Allen. Just 5 on the clock. Herter. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to KD. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Well, last year, Damian Jones had a very promising start, but his season was cut short by injury.
Yeah, he tore a pectoral muscle about 1/3 of the way into the season. Has shown big strides and was starting for a little bit. The upside and talent is clear for Jones.
So both teams making some changes here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Temple, the pass to Anderson. Over to the wing. Here's Musa. He's guarded by Cram. Back to Allen. Intercepted. Here's Bembry. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Carter. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Musa. Back to Temple. And here's Anderson. Here's Musa. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Bembry. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Temple, the pass to Allen. Looking to end the run. That one, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Bembry. Atlanta again, missing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Anderson wide open. Crabbe pulls it in.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
The Nets shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Temple finds Anderson. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Karuch. Chandler comes in for Justin Anderson. LeVert's checked in for Musa. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Garrett Temple. Down low, Chandler with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Dinwiddie with the ball.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Now here's Crabbe. Knocked away. Stolen by LeVert. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, the home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
The Hawks leading by 19. Now Young. The feed to Len. Over Jordan. Another shot. And Young kicks to Hunter. Chandler with the steal. LeVert with a wide open look. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists in the game.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Nets trail by 21. Dinwiddie up top, defended by Young, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year one leave plenty of room for growth.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star, and Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish.
Just 3 to shoot. LeVert kicks to Allen. Jordan trying to free himself up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. LeVert with it. Here's Dinwiddie from beyond the arc and then some. Dinwiddie's got 21 in the game.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Young, and he banks in the layup. And the Hawks lead by 21.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Now the pass to LeVert. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Now here's Allen after the miss from Trae Young. Here's Dinwiddie. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Dinwiddie's got 11 points in the quarter.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And Young, here we go. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Here's Dinwiddie after the basket by Atlanta. Passes it to Jordan. It's LeVert on the wing. Over Reddish. The putback. Atlanta with the rebound. Now here's Hunter. Right side, Collins. Off target with his 3.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Durant's checked in for Allen. The Hawks leading by 18. Young right side. In the corner, it's Hunter. Len finds Collins. In the corner, it's Hunter. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. Nets trail by 18. Pass to LeVert. Young with the steal.
I don't get it. He was so efficient in the first half, 0 turnovers, but since the break, he's been a disaster.
Hunter, the pass to Collins. Misses from short range.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here is Durant. Here's Chandler.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly valuable.
And Reddish with the slam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Nets trail by 20. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Goes back up. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Young taking his time here. A 3 ball. He's off on that one. Dinwiddie with some nice D. .141 left here in the fourth quarter. Young with the steal. Pass to Reddish. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Reddish. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. Anderson, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And Garrett Temple subbed in for LeVert. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Here's Crabbe. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Crabbe, no good. Nets trail by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Atlanta.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Trae Young.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Dinwiddie, but they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And here's Anderson for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. And here is Turner. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, you guys really got after it tonight. Is this the kind of mentality you want to impose on the other team?
Just as long as I stay aggressive, you know, don't rush the game, don't get outside of my game, but continue to play hard.
Well, you got your teammates looking for you tonight, Jabari. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.